Chapter 10, Thumped on Thursday. Why is Jared so mad at you? Emma asks me just before I'm probably about to get thumped on Thursday because of the sandwich thing the day before. It is 8:15 and school hasn't even started yet. He's not mad, I tell her. I don't know. That is two different answers to the same question, but Emma can handle it. Why don't you have a meeting with him and find out? She suggests. This is a very embarrassing conversation. Also, boys do not solve their problems by having meetings. That's much more a girl thing, in my opinion. And all of a sudden, I can feel my juices racing, my heart pounding, and my hands getting clenchy. In other words, I'm about to lose my temper with Emma. Well, why don't you have a meeting with your mom to find out why your hair is so curly? I ask, even though I like curly hair, especially Emma's, which is long and brown and tangly and always smells good. I don't know how girls do that. Emma touches her hair and her eyes get wide and she steps back, surprised. Don't get mad at me, she says in a shaky voice. I was only trying to help, that's all. Well, stop trying, I tell her, turning to walk away because it's time to go wash my hands for a while and nobody can help me, especially not a girl. It is now just after lunch and I am on my way to the front of the class to talk about the 3 layers of soil in our experiment jars. But Miss Sanchez turns her back to the class for a second and I land flat on my face on the floor. Whomp! It's because I had to walk past Jared. That's why. He tripped me. Okay, there are 3 things you can do when you fall flat on your face in front of the whole class. Number 1, you can pretend you are dead or at least unconscious, but then your teacher will call the nurse, the principal, and your parents. Number 2, you can pretend it was a joke and you meant to fall flat on your face. Only it's hard to do that when you think you might throw up or start crying if you try to talk. And if I start crying in front of the whole class, Jared's supreme goal will have come true, and I can never let that happen. Number 3, you can... Oh, EllRay, sweetie, are you all right? Miss Sanchez asks, racing to my side. I know it's her because I recognize her shoes. Miss Sanchez just called me sweetie in front of the whole class. I will never live this down. This week just keeps getting more and more terrible. Sweetie, Kevin whispers, cackling. This will be my nickname now from now on. I just know it. I say, which is supposed to mean, sure, I'm fine. Only it's hard to explain that from flat on the floor when there isn't any air in your lungs. I try to sit up. Jared tripped him, Annie Pat cries. On purpose, Emma says. Oh, great. Emma has already forgiven me for making fun of her hair. And I didn't even apologize yet. Now I feel worse than before. Thanks a lot, Emma. I did not trip him, Jared objects. I was stretching, that's all. And EllRay got in the way of my foot. Ow, he says a little late, rubbing it. Miss Sanchez ignores everyone but me. Are you all right, EllRay? She asks again, her voice as soft as a mom's. I'm fine, I say, struggling to stand up. After I am on my feet again, I look around the room. Jared is waiting for me to tell on him, but I don't, and he looks confused. Do you think you should go see the nurse? Miss Sanchez asks me. Nuh-uh, I tell her. I just want to talk about soil and its components. That's all, so I can get credit for doing this very interesting experiment. Well, if you're sure, Miss Sanchez says, still looking worried. I'm positive, I tell her, and I hobble the rest of the way to the front of the class.